Alright, so this is the morning, got about 5-6 hours of sleep. Now we are headed out to the charging station with Ben, and we're gonna come back and get Charlie on the way back. It's gonna be a half-hour drive. Oh, you know, this is the front, we should be going to the back, but it's about a half hour to the supercharger in Scottsdale. We're gonna have to charge for about an hour. We got here last night with about 50 miles left, and then it's gonna take us another half hour, so off we go. Oh, cool. Okay.
So, a better view of the Phoenix skyline, if you could call it that, than last night.
Yeah, we got here last night. It was pitch black, couldn't see anything. Actually kind of nice.
Yeah, doing a lot of construction.
Nice change of scenery.
Yeah, beautiful view of the mountains. So the Tempe Marketplace looks like a factory outlet. Look how red everything looks. It's amazing. The freeway, the mountains. Looks like farmland. So, Arizona, I was reading last night that they built irrigation canals and dams in order to cultivate agriculture, and Arizona is a big cotton producing state. And yeah, just the reason they're able to do it out here in the desert is because of the irrigation canals and dams, obviously.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, so everything is very spread out here in Phoenix.
I think what Tesla's done with the supercharging network is amazing, that you can do long distance travel. And I think trips like this kind of make you realize two things. One, that it's kind of cool to be able to travel pretty much free of charge, you know, not having to pay for gas or electricity or anything at these charging stations. And I think the second thing is, I think back to like maybe even 5 years ago, you could not travel further than like maybe 100 miles from your home in an electric vehicle, and now you can travel across the country from coast to coast. We have arrived with 29 miles, and the car is telling us, oh yes, it is pretty cold. There'll be significantly less energy if it gets colder. So, that's cool. Let's go ahead and plug in. Oh, this is interesting. Battery power very low. Cabin overheat protection disabled. Interesting. Well, 29 miles. Well, that problem's gonna be solved pretty soon. So we're just kind of standing around here right now waiting for the car to finish its last 15 or 20 minutes or so of charging. I'm out of breath, so we stopped exploring and everything. Sorry, Ben. And we kind of got around to talking about, you know, whether or not Tesla is working on like mass production or anything, and I think they kind of are, especially with the Model 3 coming out, well, this year / sometime next year, 2018. The whole idea behind it is that it's supposed to be a bit of a more affordably priced electric car. Pricing is supposed to start at around $35,000, I think, which You know, once you factor in the federal tax incentive of $7,500 and the state tax incentive of $2,500, it basically knocks the price down to effectively $25,000. And then that's not even taking into account the savings on gas, maintenance, repairs. Really, the only maintenance you have to do on it is rotating or changing the tires. So we are pretty much all charged up. It's close enough. I mean, I don't think that extra 8 miles is gonna make a difference today, and if it does, then, well, we'll deal with it then. So, I've got about 232 miles, and again, this is one of the smallest battery packs that Tesla manufactured at the time, so I think the largest ones now go probably about they make 100 kilowatt hour battery packs that go over 300 miles. So this one's only a 70 kilowatt hour battery pack, so on the full charge it only gets about 240. Obviously having the larger battery pack would have been a lot more beneficial for any road trip, but make do with what we have. So here we go. It's about another 18 miles back to the hotel, so we'll still have about 210 miles, over 200 miles to explore with today in Phoenix, Arizona. So off we go. So it looks like our first stop for the day will be the Phoenix Convention Center, and I guess we'll walk around from there and just kind of do a little bit of exploring. Let's see, this is estimating, oh, it's only 10 miles there. All right, that's pretty close. Yeah, and then our destination. Oh yeah, okay. Right now, we are on the ASU campus. Not really sure why we're here. I don't know, maybe Ben wants to apply here for his PhD program one of these days.
What's that?
So Ben here has found a bit of a treasure for us. I guess this is a historic landmark too, right? And so this is the first Catholic church in Phoenix, Arizona. So we're gonna go inside, check it out. So it's lunchtime. We are all pretty hungry, and we've stopped at this place called Arrogant Butcher. Alright, food is here. I got the stuffed chicken with, I don't know, was it crab?
Crab stuffed chicken.
Crab stuffed chicken, that's what it was. Yeah. We've got the, Ben's got the, I don't know, some burger over here.
The turkey ribs, or turkey pastrami.
Alright, turkey something. And then Charlie's got
prime rib.
Ooh, prime rib.
Prime rib dip.
Just gonna shout out and enjoy. Just finished eating. Oh, that food is really good. And where are we headed to now?
The car. So
back to the car, and then after that, the hiking place, right?
You guys want to go there?
Yeah. Good.
Sure, we'll have to Yelp it.
All right. All right, and off we go. So, quick change of plans. Not all of us are wearing the right gear to go hiking, so we're gonna scratch that plan. And instead we are going to go to tour, what was it, Frank Lloyd's house?
Frank Lloyd Wright, the famous architect.
Okay. So we're gonna go there and check it out. Yeah. Looks like it's about 23 miles away from here.
Are we gonna charge?
No, we're good, dude. 23 miles away. Takes us an hour to get there, and yeah, we're good. We've got only over 200 miles. All right, off we go.
Be happy in the saddle, sing a happy song. Be happy in the saddle, smile when things go wrong. Be happy in the saddle, fill your heart with cheer. Whenever you're feeling lonely, you're always welcome here. Whenever you're feeling lonely, you're always welcome here. Thank you. Happy New Year, everybody.
You're at the Shake Shack.
We are at the Shake Shack. This is my first time trying to Shake Shack.
Yeah.
Woo, super long day of exploring.
Same here.
We walked, I don't know, it feels like we walked like a marathon. We walked so much.
I hope you're happy, man. I hope you're happy.
No, it was a lot of fun though, so kind of super exhausted, so I'm kind of pretty sure we're all kind of happy to be able to take a seat and kind of enjoy some delicious food. So. Alright, so I went ahead with the chili cheese fries and the Shack stack here. Actually, that hot dog looks really good too, Ben.
Yeah, Chicago hot dog. It's rare to find them.
And Charlie's still waiting for his.
I'm waiting for my food, I'm hungry.
Okay, so just finished eating. Food was really good, really full too. So probably gonna just walk off the food.
Yep.
Oh, as usual, I ate way too much, but I think it was worth it. Okay, so this is another reason why I love this car. So right now, we totally forgot where we parked the car. Fortunately, we can just simply log into the app and get directions to where it is. So, you know, we're starting from scratch. It's basically in the app. Go to location, and we can punch in exactly. Let's please give us directions. Yep. So it is a pretty far walk. Well, 8 minutes, that's not too far. So let's get to it. And we made it back. You know, one thing I've always been curious about, you guys, is how the ride feels as a passenger in an electric vehicle. The reason I ask is because there's a lot of people who are not used to the responsiveness of an electric vehicle. An electric vehicle, there's instant torque. It's so much more responsive than just a regular internal combustion engine. With my original Mazda, for instance, I remember when I floored it, like it would kind of be like, kind of thinking, you know, it's like I had to kind of rev up the RPMs and shift gears before it, you know, and so there would always be like kind of a half-second delay before it actually went. Yeah. And versus this one, it's like, man, if you move the accelerator even like 0.01 millimeter, it's super responsive. And so I've had some people comment about how like it's kind of jerky, especially when, you know, I might need that acceleration to maybe get ahead in traffic or something like that. So I've always been kind of curious what you guys thought, especially since we've, you know, been driving around for pretty much 2 days now, right? Yeah. So you guys have had a good feeling for kind of my style of driving. Tesla released a software update called Chill Mode. So this is actually a configurable setting, driving acceleration, chill or standard. And chill basically makes the acceleration much more gradual. read some posts about people testing it out, and just for comparison, I think Tesla's Model S, the 100D, does 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds or so. Someone used chill mode, and it turned the 0 to 60 time to 7.2 seconds. And so I was thinking, that's nice for passengers, but what if, like, you're the driver and you all of a sudden need that acceleration? You know, whether it's to, I don't know, get out of a tricky, sticky situation in traffic or something. It's like, would you really want to, like, purposely cut the power to the car and kind of slow it on purpose? So, kind of thought about that and came to the conclusion that I don't think I'll ever use that chill mode, just because it doesn't make sense. You never know when you need that extra boost of power.
Those electric vehicles, not Teslas, but they're cheaper than the Tesla.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're a lot cheaper. Because I think right now a Model S or a Model X starts at probably, I don't know, 60 or 70,000 if you buy it brand new. And like the Nissan Leaf and the Chevy Bolt, those are, I want to say, I don't know, in a $20,000 to $30,000 range. I'd have to look it up, but they're basically much more affordable. And so that's where the Model 3 comes into play,
It's 40,000, right?
which starts at 35,000. And even Elon Musk has said that even like the base car with no options at 35,000 is going to be an awesome car.
Compared to all these other cars.
Yeah, and that's not even taking into consideration the federal tax incentive of $7,500, the state tax incentive for California of $2,500, which effectively lowers the price to $25,000. All right, so we are back at the hotel. I think it's about 11 o'clock right now. We're all pretty exhausted, pretty tired from all the walking we did today. We did happen to visit the supercharger in Scottsdale. Good news is tomorrow morning, since we already have about a 90% charge in the car, we're going to be able to leave right away. First stop is going to be the Quartzsite, Arizona supercharger, and then we're going to be, the second stop is going to be in Indio. We're going to make a slight detour to the Salton Sea. Is it Salton Sea or Salton Lake? Sea, alright. So it's the Salton Sea, and then after that we're going to be heading back home to Orange County. So, yeah, we're pretty much done for the night here. I'm just going to get ready for bed in a little bit here and call it a night.